Jets, I hear them say it now.
Jets, white, green, just green and white. Tell me, have you ever seen a team take flight? Super Bowl dreams are still in sight. All we gotta do is win tonight. White, green, just green and white. Tell me, have you ever seen a team take flight? Super Bowl dreams are still in sight. All we gotta do is win.
What is up, YouTube? We are back for another edition of the Jet Fuel Podcast, Episode 3, right here on the Turn Up the Jets YouTube channel. Please subscribe to the channel if you don't already. Like the video if you actually liked it. And also, give me some follows. Give me some love on other social media platforms such as Twitter and Instagram at Turn Up the Jets. Both of those pretty active there. And I'm happy to be back on YouTube and getting this third episode underway. We're going to talk about the Quinnen Williams contract situation. Mekhi Becton just featured this article of how disgruntled and pissed off he was with the coaching staff in the New York Jets last year and how they handled his injury. We'll talk about that drama. And we'll also talk about the OTAs and how the Twitter world almost exploded yesterday because Aaron Rodgers strained his calf and Allen Lazard got hit in the balls. So we got a lot to talk about, but let's start with Quinnen Williams and his contract situation. He's made it known he is unhappy with the Jets organization. He feels disrespected, and OTAs is underway. We're 2 days in, and he still has no contract. Am I surprised? No, I don't think I'm totally surprised, and I'm not panicking at all. If this is going deep into training camp and preseason games have already been played, and now I'm panicking. But I will put everything that I own that Quinnen Williams will be the defensive tackle for the New York Jets Week 1 Monday Night Football against the Buffalo Bills. No doubt in my mind this is going to get done. Robert Saleh has told the media numerous times that he knows this is going to get done. I do not think this is a Jamal Adams situation at all. Quinnen wants to be here. He wants to be here as a New York Jet. He loves the Jets. He has his own things going on in New York. He's having a child. By the way, congratulations to him and his wife. And his freaking brother literally just extended his contract with the same team. And why wouldn't these guys continue to play with each other? And this is a year that the Jets finally have a shot at winning. Quinnen Williams has been through it day one when they were absolutely terrible, when they were 0-13 in 2020. I mean, come on. He's been through a lot with this organization. It's going to get done. The only reason it's escalated is because the defensive tackle market has been probably the latest market to really explode off the map, and a lot of these guys are now getting paid the big bucks. Daron Payne was the first one. He got a 4-year, $90 million contract, 45 fully guaranteed with the Commanders. Dexter Lawrence was the next guy. He got, let's see what he got. I don't know it off the top of my head. He also got a 4-year deal, $90 million. I do not know exactly what the guarantee was there, but I know Jeffrey Simmons, 4 years, $94 million. Simmons is now the second highest paid. He's making $24 million a year, only behind Aaron Donald, who's making that historic $31 million a year. I think it was like 3 years, 90-something million that Donald got, deservingly so. He's probably the best interior defender we've seen ever. But Quinnen is going to get right where Jeffrey Simmons is, and I think he's going to get more than where Jeffrey Simmons is, just due to the season last year. He had 12.5 sacks as an interior lineman. That is literally unheard of. That is some Aaron Donald type stuff right there. He's going to get, I would say, if Simmons is making roughly $24 million a year, Quinnen's going to get 25 to 27. I don't think he's going to sniff 31, but 25 to 27 certainly seems like it makes sense. He might even sniff 100 million total. I don't know how much guarantee he gets, but I want to check 1 second how much guarantee Jeffrey Simmons got. So Simmons had a 94 million. He's going to have 66 million in guaranteed. Payne had, I said 48 guaranteed. And then Dexter Lawrence I'm not sure how much guaranteed Lawrence. I don't know why I can't find it, but sorry, I don't have the stats memorized in my brain, but I know it's around that area, probably around 50-ish. I know Lawrence got more than Payne, but Simmons got more than both. And I think Quinnen Williams will get more than all three of those guys. But I think, yeah, he's angry because he sees the defensive line market or the defensive tackle position in particular, that market going up and these guys already getting paid. And I think the Jets have done a decent job. And it sounds crazy, but I think they felt out the market. Some people say, oh, they're screwed now. They're screwed because, every time one guy gets signed, the guy's contract who is up next, he wants to make more. That's how the quarterback market is going. That's just how it is because, you saw Kyler Murray become the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. And then you see Lamar Jackson, and then you see Jalen Hurts. It goes in dominoes. And guess what? Burrow's going to be the next one, and then Herbert or vice versa. And they're going to be making more than Murray, Lamar, and Jalen Hurts. It happened. The same thing. Payne started out the market. Lawrence got more, and then Simmons comes and gets more, and this is exactly what's going to happen, and Quinnen Williams is going to get the most. And I do think Quinnen Williams is the best player out of the four, and I think the contract and how they got signed, that's the right order. I think it's Williams, Simmons, Lawrence, and then Payne, all four very great players, all pro type guys, Pro Bowl type guys, franchise type defensive tackles, all deserved, 90 million plus, as they deservingly so got, except for Quinnen Williams, not official. But I'm not worried. Relax. If we're talking about that it's the last preseason game and Quinnen Williams still doesn't have a contract, all right, I'm shaking in my boots now, but I don't think that's even going to sniff August. I think he will be signed at least by June or July. They're going to get this over with. I think particularly it's done before training camp. Again, Robert Saleh seems confident. I know Douglas seemed confident before. Yes, of course, Quinnen Williams is going to be annoyed, and he's deleting all his stuff off of Twitter. And guess what? Kyler Murray did the same thing, and Samuel did the same thing, and Simmons, who just got that big contract and is the same position, did the same thing. We overreact on what players do on social media these days, and that's just the modern day NFL. These kids are in their 20s. Literally, these guys are my age. They take their feelings and they put it in social media. That's just the world we live in, and everyone likes to overreact that, oh, now he's the defensive tackle for ... It's going to be the Jets in literally a month or two. I mean, it's no worries at all. There's no reason to panic. It's not even close to the other situations. Like you could say the Jamal Adams situation or even the Leonard Williams situation, Marcus May situation. The Jets historically aren't good at signing or extending, rather, their good rookies. They haven't had many good ones prior to Joe Douglas, but they usually struggle to do so. But this is a different situation. It's Joe Douglas handling the situation. Jamal Adams didn't even want to play for the Jets. I don't care. He wanted his contract, and then it all came out that he just wanted to get traded in general. He didn't want to be a Jet long term. He would have been a Jet if they gave him the absolute bag, but he wasn't happy there. It was clear. Marcus May was an older safety, and you haven't even heard of him. You didn't really hear about him last year at all when the Jets let him walk. He signed that contract with the Saints. Jets dodged a bullet there. Oh, yeah, by the way, for the Jamal Adams trade, they end up turning those draft picks into Garrett Wilson and Elijah Vera Tucker. Those guys are pretty good, huh? So I think Joe Douglas is totally fine. Let him do his thing. Stop panicking. It's not a big deal. He's going to get his contract. He's going to get his money. I think he'll get signed for big money, 25 to 27 million a year. Maybe it's like 4 years, 98 million, right under that 100 million mark. I've heard that it's really been the years and not the money. I don't know how true that is. Twitter is filled with great news and fake news, and I can't really tell the difference sometimes. So I'm not going to really speculate much on that, but it's going to be a similar contract to about that number. I think he's going to get more than Simmons. He's still not going to sniff Aaron Donald in terms of that 31 million number, and I don't think he should. He's a great player, and I do think he's the second best defensive tackle. Maybe in a few years he's the best, but last year he was the best. I will say that. Last year he was the best. I'm just saying Donald deserved that contract because of the level he was playing in. But Quinnen has gotten better and better each year. And last year was the breakout year, and I think it's just the beginning. I think he's an absolute stud. He was raw when he came out of Bama. I mean, heck, he had braces. He's in great shape. He has no braces now. He has great teeth, and he's a tremendous, tremendous player. So I'm not panicking over that. Quan Alexander is another guy that the Jets fans all want present on this 53-man roster come September. I feel like they will bring back Quan Alexander. He's making rap music about the New York Jets. I know he went on a visit with the Pittsburgh Steelers, but obviously there has not been any contract news that had leaked out of that visit. I don't know if the Steelers just pumped the brakes or Quan is waiting for the Jets. I have no clue what's going on in that situation, but I also think that Quan Alexander will be signed, and he will also be a New York Jet come September Monday Night Football. Let's talk about the Mekhi Becton situation. I forget the publisher, the author here, who published an article about Mekhi Becton and about his road to his injury. And really the main story that all the Jet fans and all the Jet organization heard in terms of flack was how angry Mekhi Becton was at the New York Jets staff and the organization itself and how they handled his injury. He has made it known before even touching the OTA practice field, by the way, because he has been an inactive participant the first 2 days along with Breece Hall, that he wants to play left tackle. I am a left tackle, he tweeted. Last week, I think it was, he deleted it. The media obviously brought it up to Robert Saleh. He said, you got to earn it. And I respect that answer. But then the next week after that, of that deleted tweet, how Saleh responded. Apparently, Saleh says their relationship is great, but he's not going to say otherwise because it's the New York media. You got to lie a little bit. But then he goes on a featured story and basically tells the writer how mad he was at the Jets staff last year and how they didn't care about him and how they didn't care about his health. And he was very angry about it. And he really blames the staff almost of his injury because they forced him to play right tackle. He said he didn't play right tackle. He's a left tackle. And I know tackles are very, very sensitive on this topic. Being a left tackle is everything. It's looked at as the better position, even though it's the same, because it's on the left side. And that's where the money is. That's really the name of the game. The left tackle is just where the money is, and it's the more prized position because it's the strong side. And he said that, you know, he had to put more weight on his knee in the right side. He told them countless times that, you know, he can't play right. It's better if he plays left for his knee, everything. He's a better left tackle, blah, blah, blah. He gets hurt. So he kind of blamed and took a jab at the Jets and at Robert Saleh. I mean, because Saleh is the one who calls the shots. He's the damn head coach. That was a factor of why he was injured. Mind you, he has played one game since his rookie season. One. And he got hurt in that game. He has not played a full game of football since the last week of his rookie season in the year 2021. And that was the 2020-21 season. I love Mekhi Becton. The dude's jersey's in my closet. I love him on Twitter. I love how interactive he is with the fans. He has commented. He has replied to my tweets. That's really cool. He's a really cool guy. And I think he's a very talented player. But I think he just got to go do your job, man. Left, right, got to earn the spot, right? Saleh says, you know, the top 5 guys play. I don't think doing that article really did you any good. I mean, if you are a left tackle, why are you bringing it and telling this writer who is just drooling? Because this is causing drama now that the Jets don't need. Go and freaking play, perform, and most importantly, stay healthy. He looks tremendous. He's lost a lot of weight. I mean, he looks like a tight end. He looks magnificent. He's got to stay healthy now. It's up to him. Left tackle, right tackle. If you're a left tackle, go out and win the job. They're not just going to hand it to you. They got a all-pro left tackle themselves. Yeah, Dwayne Brown is old, but he was good last year when he was healthy. I mean, heck, the guy needed shoulder surgery, played almost the whole entire season until the last couple weeks, and he played it at a pretty solid level. So, I mean, it's not like the Jets have scrubs. They go bring in Billy Turner, who's very familiar in the offense, and Aaron Rodgers and Nathaniel Hackett. You have Max Mitchell, who was a 4th-round rookie draft pick last year, was really good. Season ended disappointingly after Minnesota because he had blood clots. Full recovery coming. Great news. He'll be back healthy. They got some good tackles. They just got to stay healthy. It's going to be a competitive, what do you call it? Tryout, rather. Competition. That's the word I was looking for. Tryout. It's going to be a competitive competition. Can Becton win it? Yeah. Should he win it? Yeah. He's the most talented out of that group. I mean, Brown is old, but he's still good. But I'd rather a young, healthy Mekhi Becton go win it. I don't think it's a good look that you're just shooting down the staff and kind of just opening up a can of worms right before OTAs. I mean, between the tweet and then he deleted it and then he comes right back and just shows his frustration. I mean, the article is not good. It does not make Robert Saleh look good. I don't know what story's which. I don't really buy that, him playing right tackle was the reason why he got injured. Like, I knew he hurt his knee prior to that, but I don't know. I've never been through major knee surgery as a starting offensive tackle, but it should do with, the physicality or the shape, really, the physical appearance that you're in. I mean, did he work hard enough to get back from that first surgery? Probably not. If he got hurt once again, I mean, go win the left tackle job. Literally. It's that simple. Like, he hasn't earned just to go, just to get slid in there at left tackle. He's not a start and forget left tackle anymore. He hasn't played in 2 years. He's played 1 game. And I think he's played 2.5 quarters if we're being really specific, because he got hurt in that 3rd quarter. I was at that game. I think that was in the 3rd quarter against Carolina, week 1 in the 2021 season. That was Zach Wilson's debut. That's how long ago Mekhi Becton has played football. He hasn't played football till. It's been a long time. So, I mean, you can trash your organization, but go do your job, man. He has not earned the right to be the set and forget type of left tackle. Can he be? Absolutely. Rookie year, he was sensational. But now people are looking, hey, he's been hurt. They could have had Tristan Wirfs. The list goes on. He hasn't got his 5th year option. The motivation should be, you want your contract. You have a good year. If you have a good year, it results in you playing left tackle. Because if he has a great camp, he's playing left tackle. It's simple. Maybe he is right tackle. I don't know. If he has the best camp, I should say. If he doesn't have the best camp, he still should be the starter, maybe at the right side. But if you have a great camp, you're left tackle. If you have a great season, you're getting extended by the New York Jets, and he's getting money. Because then it's like, okay, his first year was great. The next 2, it happens. Injuries, offensive linemen, big guys, whatever. He dropped the weight. Great season in year 4. So let's see it, Mekhi. I hope he comes in, balls out. They need. He's the X factor of the offense. They need that guy to stay healthy. And that's why I'm kind of annoyed that he's already talking about being a left tackle. Like, he hasn't earned anything. He's acting like he's a multi-year vet with Pro Bowls under his belt. Does he have the potential? Yes, of course. And I really, really hope he is the starting left tackle. And I hope he's an all-pro, because I know he can be. But that was an interesting thing. The Jets really didn't need that, between Quinnen Williams' frustration, his Twitter, Mekhi Becton taking it to Twitter. It's all Twitter. When you're pissed off, you go to Twitter. It's ridiculous. But that's just what the world we live in. But OTAs. We're through 2 days of OTAs. I think they had the off day today on Wednesday. They get back here on Thursday. And speaking of Twitter, the Twitter world exploded yesterday when Aaron Rodgers had this very, let's say, minor limp. Everyone and their mother was tweeting, oh, well, his ankle, blah, 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 blah. He's hurt. Oh, it's something we should look at. It's something that we have to, keep track of. And all of these media outlets, all the media outlets now are in the Jets OTAs. Connor Hughes, one of my favorites in terms of covering the Jets, He said he never seen so many people at a Jets practice. You know, Diana Rossini was there in ESPN, and she, respectively, was pissing me off, because there's no context to these tweets. Oh, he's limping. Oh, Alan Lazard is down in pain. 3 minutes later, he's fine. Alan Lazard got hit in the ball sack. Sorry. Excuse my French. He did. He got hit in the nuts, and I think he's fine. He came in, finished all the 7-7 drills. He even tweeted. He literally said, I got hit in the gonads. I'm good. So let's relax. And Aaron Rodgers, he said, I took a vet day. He strained his calf. Ankle, calf, way different, by the way. You hurt your ankle, okay. It could be many things. You strain your calf. He just probably pulled the muscle running. He's 39 years old. So Jets fans, keep in mind, we don't really want this guy playing much in the offseason in terms of OTAs. As long as his presence is in the meetings and he's on the field and he's directing, the receivers and talking to Hackett and all that good stuff, that's really all they need. Yes, he wants to, build rapport, throw passes to his receivers, but he took a vet day. It seemed like he could have went back in. He was all smiles in his press conference. He is still so happy to be a New York Jet. And I am still so happy for him to be a New York Jet. So let's just relax about that. OTAs, I never thought in my life I would go on social media and the Jets were trending, with the team trending on the OTAs. Because, everyone blew up when Aaron Rodgers, oh, here we go again. We're cursed. The dude is a human. He is literally fine. He's barely going to go through any contact all offseason. He's probably not even going to take a preseason step, maybe a couple, just maybe, because it's a new team, but he's not going to be taking much. They're going to do their best to keep him good, keep him up, and keep him healthy until week 1. So I hate the stupid, even if, oh, wow, this guy looked really good. Supposedly Zach Wilson looked really good yesterday. I hope he did, but who cares? He's going against nobody. No offense. I think the only guys you could really see is how a wide receiver runs routes and how a corner adjusts to receivers running routes. Watching Garrett Wilson, that stuff matters. His route running is gorgeous. It's really, he is kind of almost this unorthodox receiver, which is really hard to pick up. And I remember DJ Reed even said that yesterday in his press conference. His route running reminds him of Stephon Diggs. By the way, a great compliment. Aaron Rodgers has already been complimenting him, comparing him to the 17 that he prior played with the Green Bay Packers. We all know who that is. Devontae Adams, probably one of the greatest receivers ever. Definitely the greatest receiver in the league at the moment. That's the things that I look at. But in terms of anything else, or who cares? Breakup players. Let's see what they do in the pads. OTAs is just, you're getting in shape. You're getting back into it. You're meeting your new teammates, especially it's big for Aaron Rodgers. I don't think he's going to be there the whole time. I know he does his own thing in California with his trainers. He's fine. He's in great shape, man. He's in terrific shape. He just strained his calf. If that was a game, yeah, he's playing. He even talked about it yesterday. He respects the training sets, but he says he controls if he plays or not. And he wants to play. He's a competitor. But it's May. So obviously he's not going to go back out. So relax. And I really hope this is not a whole offseason thing of them just tweeting everything. If there's one injury to Aaron Rodgers or any of the new pieces or any of the good Jets, every player gets nicked up in practice. We don't have to naturally hear it around every social media platform. Who cares? Yes, it's Aaron Rodgers. Was I worried? Absolutely. But when he said he strained his calf, I was fine. It's a strained calf. It's nothing. So this is just the world of the NFL as well, because you overreact about everything in the offseason, and it's 365 days a year. That's just what the NFL looks like. But that's really all I had to talk about for the OTAs. There's really nothing we're talking about. Aaron Rodgers looked great in the Jets helmet. He looked like he was throwing the ball really well when he didn't have a strained calf. And it's good to see all these guys out here. I'm excited to watch this team this year. I got my tickets. I'm going to week 1 against the Bills. Very excited about that. I'm going to try to do some series or whatever for the YouTube channel when I'm there. I got to do something. I'm not very creative, so I'll have to think of something. I was also featured on the new Jets series, Jets 23. So I was also in that series, Ascension. I definitely just butchered the name, but it's the Jets doco series. It's great. They do a great job. My Aaron Rodgers reaction made it onto the first episode, so I was just casually watching it. Drinking an adult beverage, just enjoying my Thursday, and then I saw myself on my television screen, and I was like, man, holy shit! So that was pretty cool. Shout out to the Jets doing that. It's a great series. It really got me pumped up. I wish the Jets played this Sunday, or this Monday rather. But yeah, I'm excited for the season. I'm going to get back on here, obviously, many more times when we have something to blabber about. I kind of like to wait and have like the week or two stack up, so then I can give you my peace of mind, unless it's breaking news stuff. But this is episode 3 of the Jets Jet Fuel podcast here on the Turn Up the Jets YouTube channel. Subscribe, please. Much appreciated. Like the video if you actually liked it, or dislike it if you hate me. It's all right. I'll take it. I got thick skin. Follow me on Twitter, also, and on Instagram at Turn Up the Jets. It's always been a pleasure. We'll see you next time when I want to rant about the Jets.
Jets, I hear them say it now. Jets, white, green, just green and white. Tell me, have you